Good morning, Stampin' friends. It's Nemi Batstone here. Thank you for joining me or catching the replay. It is Monday and it is another week of fun. I hope you're enjoying. I hope you enjoyed and had a wonderful weekend. I know I did. It was busy and I hosted team meeting, which was fantastic. And we also, I don't know, but you got to go look at my last post because my charcuterie board was amazing. I had so much fun putting it together and was so happy it turned out. And actually, the thing is with that too is, Filipinos do something similar, which is called a boodle fight. And so I could have did it that way as well, but I chose to just go with this massive charcuterie version because, yeah, anyway. You gotta just check it out, the image. It was so fun to do, and we ate all the leftovers all weekend. so I feel a little cheesed. Okay, it's a new week, so if you're here, don't forget to like, share, comment. All three actions gives you a draw ticket, and last week's let me just pull it out here. So last week we completed, I would say, instead of 5, we did 6 projects because I did that one extra project. And so this is what it looks like. So we had the fun fold from Friday, right? That did the nice little twisty there. And then we did the, so these were all my samples from that. And then this was, I believe, Tuesday's project, which was a ton of fun. And then this was Throwback Thursday with the lattice weave. And I think I did the inside. No, I didn't do the inside. This was Wednesday. And this was where we created a scrapbook page. And then we also did a card version of it. So Monday, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I'm missing one. Oh, yes. I'm missing Monday's card, which was a GDP. And it's here somewhere. Because we had team meeting on the weekend, and so we were sharing, so I wanted to make sure, so we wanted to share Monday's GDP because everyone kind of did one, and it looked so good, so then this was Monday's, right? So Monday's GDP was you had to do this stripe, so totally loved it. So I did the draw, and this week's winner is, congratulations, big shout out to Kathy King. So she won this week's draw. So I will connect with you and I will likely see you on Wednesday. So instead of shipping it, I will bring it when I see you Wednesday. So congratulations. It's always about spinning the wheel. And I will tell you, the wheel was full. Like, I couldn't believe how full that wheel was today, this last week. So thank you so much for liking, sharing, and commenting, because I'm really all about, trying to help you use your products as much as possible and pick out products that, I love and hopefully you love as well. And again, comments are not showing up. So Facebook really needs to fix that. So good morning, Shell. Thank you for joining me today. It was great seeing you on the weekend and looking forward to seeing you here online. So just a few reminders. This Thursday, I'll be live again at 7 p.m. for my craft along. And then the next craft along is Thursday, May 28th. I have a really busy month. So to do anything in person and virtual, I will have to do it on Thursday, May 28th in May. It's crazy. Let's Get Crafty Club. And I just wanted to point out that this month's Crafty Club features the product that I'm using right now for this week. However, the products I had created for this is currently still on back order, but coming next week. So I'm going to reach out to you and ask you all to make sure if you're okay holding out a week, because it should be available again by the 20th. And usually I ship by the 22nd. So I would only be a few days late because I will expedite the paper. So just wanted to bring that up. In Color Club, I forgot to put my link here. I forgot to put it in the thing. So In Color Club is coming up And it will also be available. I will be linking it. I'll be creating the link soon. I miss doing In Color Club, and I really would like to do it again. So if you're interested, I would need at least 5 people. I will share the sign up sheet. Just know that sometimes there are delays in product, and when they are, I will always ship what is available in the next month. So, and then you get an ink pad, the refill ink to go with it, 4 sheets of cardstock, a quarter pack of DSP, both embellishments, butterflies and dots. So each month you would get the coordinating color, 2 yards of coordinating ribbon. I'll give you 1 card project, which is usually a tone on tone, and possibly, if I can, a scrapbook layout, which I'd like to do, and a color combo sheet that gives you some ideas. And then I'll also, as my gift, it's going to be the coordinating shimmer paper. You can add on ink blends or the blending brush. There's new, kind of like, I forget what they're called. And they are not available yet, but I'm hoping they'll be available in May. So just letting you know that. DSP share is there. There are 14 DSPs this coming out and rolling out in the new catalog in May, both online exclusive and the new catalog. So this is something you may want to look at. It's a little pricier because there's 14 packs. So, I got, like, it was it works out to like $95, but you get half a sheet or quarter of a sheet of every single one. And so, and it's 6 by 12. So that way scrapbookers can also use it. Now, somebody asked, well, can I get like certain packages? And I'm like, well, that's too hard for me to do. I can't split that up. Okay, so it makes it way too difficult. And then it makes it more for me to manage. So it's really hard to do. But what I can do is I will take a look and see what an option would be is if I cut this down to 6 or 7 and half the cost. But you wouldn't get every single one. You would only get, like, say, the top 6. And then don't forget, if you place a $100 order, then you actually get to add the eyelet blooms to your account, to your order. And it is $5. So our introduction to product of the month is changing in May and will be increasing to $7. So make sure you get that. I just got mine and haven't had a chance to play with it. So we will play with it at some point this week. It's very detailed and very intricate. So we need to watch out for that and see what is the best way to really bring this up to life for all of us. And then what else did I want to say? There was something else, but now I can't remember. So anyway, my link is in the comments, so that way, if you want to see a summary of what's going on, it will be there. Oh yeah, I think that's where I screwed up. Okay. So if you place, if you place a minimum order of 50, you get the free craft along kit. I think I forgot to mention that. I think that's where I was going with that one. Okay, so this week's global design project, let's just get moving on. I love the eyelet bloom die. Oh, did you? And it worked out perfect. So you didn't have to use like a bound sheet or anything to get all those dots out and stuff too. So just curious on that one as well. So I'm hoping they all come out. I definitely need new plates, and they have not yet arrived. So I'm hoping they come this week, because my big boss is definitely in dire need. So this week, our challenge is a pattern, and the pattern requires us to either use some kind of dots or stripes or cross, like a plaid or something like that. I use plaid. Nope, just dyeing magic mat. Okay, I'm gonna try that, because right now I've been using my magic mat because my plates are so bad. Okay, so what are we working with? So this week we're working with Springtime Scenes. This is my product, my bundle of the month, as well as, so when I say bundle of the month, it's also featured in my Let's Get Crafty Club. So my monthly card club subscription. So it includes this beautiful stamp set, which has like 12 stamps. And I love that they gave us another ladybug in this big, huge leaf. I don't even know what that's called. And the grass is kind of neat. So you get quite a few here. I've already started playing with these. And where is it? So oh, that's not it. So these are the 3, and I'm still waiting. My earth and tone finally showed up. So you're gonna get in your monthly card club, you're gonna get this fun fold, which is a slider, right? So it has the locking mechanism on here. And this, so I was really happy to get the earth and tone finally. So then that way we can use it. So you're gonna get some of this copper paper in your card club kit, especially because everything is delayed. So it's my extra gift for waiting and being patient. And so we're gonna have a lot of fun with this one during card club as well as this week. So look at these gorgeous dies, by the way. So this is about a 3-inch circle, I think is what it's just over 3. Yeah, it's 3. It's 3 inches and it fits over top of these. So we'll play with that this week. You get 1 sentiment label, which is really nice. And then you get the pieces to make the ladybug. What I also like, which you can pull from other kits, is that it gave you 2 of these. So you get 4 flowers and then unfortunately only 1 of those. And these leaves also can connect to each other. So you can have the inner and then the outer pattern. And then same with these. You can have the stem as well as the shaded outline part on that one. So today we're going to use this one and show you how that looks. And because today we had to do some kind of theme, I chose to use plaid on mine. And I'm using two-tone and as much elements as I can from the dies. So let's get started then. So it won't take us too long, but I chose not to cut everything this time because I wanted you to see what it can do. Okay, and we're also using, what else? The Moody palette, because I wanted something a little flat, and it is these, oh, it's crazy. This Moody palette embellishments have gone on back order 50 million times, I swear. It's insane. Good morning, Irene. You're never too late. Thanks for joining. So again, if you want these, make sure you go onto, look up the product number, 167180, and then it's going to tell you that it's currently unavailable. So then you're going to check that box and then hit notify me. So when it does come available, you can order it. I'm just amazed. Now I knew that for sure it would go on unavailable as soon as the virtual card retreat came out, because this was one of the requirements. So boom, they sold out. But even prior to that, it's crazy. I mean, it's beautiful colors because you've got the white cloud cover, the green, and then you have Secret Sea. So it's everyone's favorite. It's crazy how much everybody just loves it. Okay. So we've got all that. Let's get started. So we need a card base, and I haven't even cut that. So I forgot to cut my card base. What the heck? Okay, so let's grab, I'm going to use thick basic white because I forgot to cut my card base. That's funny. So we're going to take this, and then we're going to score once, cut once, right? You all know that. So we're going to score at 4 1/4. And then we're going to rotate and then cut at 5 1/2. So now you automatically get 2 card bases. I had to turn on the light in here because it was so dark this morning. It is so dark. It's so cloudy. And Lake Batstone is forming up big time in our yard. So it's like, oh, here it comes. And apparently it's going to be like plus 20 degrees Celsius here in Winnipeg, or Manitoba, I should say. So let me tell you, the remainder of the snow piles we have in our yard is going to thaw out fast and just create that nice lake we so don't want. Okay, and then I need a piece of two-tone cardstock. So I chose to use Strawberry Slush because I didn't have any Flirty Flamingo, but look at the contrast between the two. So that's what I've chosen. So we're gonna go in here, we're gonna cut this down to 4 inches. 4 inches. I'm like thinking here. So there we go. And then 5 1/4. And don't worry, I know I bent it, but it's fine. Trust me. And then we can use this for die cutting, but I got another piece already. Okay, so I thought I did it already, but I didn't. So we're gonna pull out, again, Forever Plaid, currently unavailable. So again, look it up, the Forever Plaid 3D, and click Notify Me. So then that way you will be notified if you don't have it yet. And then that way you can get it as soon as you'll be notified as soon as it comes in. Okay, so we're gonna slide that through our embossing cut machine. So my big boss is sitting right here beside me, so I'm not going to bring it into the camera because then I have to adjust. I know it's just choice. So it's just quicker if I just do it that way, and I don't lose time setting up. Okay, so there's our piece. Right? And then I'm going to do a little bit different, and I'm going to go this way. So my original card here, I've done in landscape mode, but I wanted to see what would happen if we did it in, this is portrait. So then I wanted to see about doing it in landscape mode. Hello, Kathy. I know you're late to the party, but just letting you know that, you won last week's card draw or project draw. So I will connect with you after. So congratulations. And thanks for joining. Yes, we call it Lake Batstone. Every year we call it Lake Batstone. It's insane. So to get that color, I pretty much just took my pencil and marked at 2.5. So we'll just do that because my circle is 3. So here's 2.5 right there. So I'll use my paper trimmer instead of my mat so you see me. So, you know, it's roughly right here, 2.5. And then I'm going to do is just going to turn it. So leaving that marker there and then turning it here so that both my corner, the tip and that line are in the track as best as you can, and we're gonna score it. Because if I just folded it, I would fail. Trust me, I would fail. I'm terrible at just folding. Okay, so then I ran it through a couple of times to get a score line in, and then now I can just take that. Oh, it ripped a bit, but that's okay. Take it and fold it over. Oh my gosh, my cat is just crying like crazy. I don't know what's wrong with him. He does this when the boys leave. It's like he cries like mad. So there we go. So it tore a little bit there, but that's fine. We'll end up just covering it anyway for the most part. Okay, so and you see there's a little bit of white, so you could avoid that if you actually sprayed it with water, but because it's two-tone, a little thinner, it comes through, and I'm not too concerned with it. So I just want to see if this is, oh yeah, it's not that much. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive here to flatten it as best as I can. And then I'm going to use a Pop-Tart dimensional. Why do I have so much black? Not complaining, but on the tip there. And then we're going to seal that down. So then it has a little bit of a lift on this side. Okay. Oh, got too much adhesive. Okay. I swear that cat is so weird. And he doesn't even want to be picked up or cuddled. So I can't help him. Okay. I had a little bit of adhesive on there, so just want to make sure it's dry before I put this white. So then this is just going to go on like this. And then that will now be our card base. So like I said, you can do it either way. So we're going to go like this. So then I'll just take some more adhesive. I'm going to use tear tape because this is very, you know, I love our 3D embossing folders because it is very detailed. So I want to make sure that this is real good. Okay. I want to make sure it's flat on there as best as possible. I'm not too concerned up here because that's where most of our focal point will be. So really not so bad, but I need to make sure here that we're good. And then I'm just going to angle this so I can get my cut angle here. In case you're wondering what this tool is that I'm using to cut my tear tape, it is one of those tools you use a lot when you're making your own mini albums. And because it gives you all your measurements for all your corners, it's called the perfect trim ruler. So then you know exactly, depending on your chipboard thickness, you'll know how much overlap you need to use. So just, and I find it handy every time I'm scrapbooking, you know, to use it to lift the paper or to keep my paper, to rip the tear tape. Now, tearing tape, you can technically rip with your fingers, but I don't like doing that because you get this rough edge. See, that piece end won't come off. And because, which makes it difficult, like I'm having right now, to tear it off. Okay, so, oops, see, it's so bumpy. You definitely need to make sure that that adhesive is down. There we go. So I'm just gonna lift my corners quickly first. Oh, I'll do this corner because then they're together. And then this way we can get that part going. So yesterday Bishop had his first league game. Oh my gosh, it took forever. And then you know what's really sad is next Sunday he has his second league game. And then he doesn't have anything for weeks. But it's at like 8 a.m. So I'm like, who puts 15-year-olds at 8 a.m.? I'm like, that's when all the younger kids should be going because honestly, they're up. 15-year-olds are not up at 8 a.m. It's like, more like 6:30, 7 on a Sunday. Oy, oy, oy. It's gonna be rough, I tell you. Okay, so now you can just pull those tabbies that I have started here. So once you get it in place, because if you did it all at once and then you had to reposition, oh my gosh, good luck getting that off. Okay, so our base is done. So let's put that aside for now. Now let's get the rest cut. So then I have some Stampin' Up! Adhesive sheets because we're gonna need that. It's just so much easier because the die is so intricate. And then we're gonna need a bunch of scrap. So I'm gonna take this 3 1/4 old olive and I'm going to add it here to this adhesive sheet because the die that we're using is very intricate. So you just peel back a portion of the adhesive sheet, stick it there in the corner, and it's better to be over than under because then you don't want that stickiness on your emboss and cut machine. So I'm just gonna pull this up and hopefully I did that properly. Oh, come on. There we go. So I like to do mine this way because then I don't waste my sheet. And then now I know where to cut. And you can use your paper trimmer if you want, but I'm just gonna use scissors and follow the edge of my cardstock. Okay. So there we go. Now we have it. So this Friday is my birthday. Usually it lands on Good Friday, my actual birthday. But this weekend we celebrated with my team because I do that every year. And I found out too that the kids have a PD day. I'm like, what the heck? So I'm trying to figure out what we can do as a family and force them to spend time with me. Bishop will always spend time with me because he's only 13. Benjamin, on the other hand, 15-year-old, no. He came home last night from his band trip all the way to Banff and back with pit stops in between. And I'm like, hey, welcome back. And he's like, oh, yeah. And then went straight to his room to bed. I'm like, yeah, nice to see you too. I'm like, how rude. I was so disappointed. I'm like, oh. And I said to Bart, did he talk to you at all in the car? He's like, nope, I think we should send him to boarding school. That was Bart's answer. I thought that was funny. Anyway, so here's our pieces so far. So you can see here, look how detailed that die is. I'm hoping we can run it through in one swoop, but I was able to earlier, so that was good. And then this is our sentiment. And then we have a leaf. And then this one, oh yeah. So this one, I want to do this leaf. So we're going to stamp it first. So I'm going to do just tone on tone. So I'm going to grab my garden green. And we're going to like drop this on here. Hopefully I inked it up good enough because earlier I didn't and I had to do it twice. Oh, beautiful. Worked great. Yes. Okay. So then that one is this one here. So we'll put that one there. And I'm going to add a piece of tape to make sure it doesn't move. Repositionable tape. Oh, I got one right here. Just stick that on there. The rest I don't really care about. And then this one is our pink. So we're going to use that for the flowers. Now, I want one that's dark. So I'm going to grab this first here. And I'll cut this one first. So there's that one. Maybe I'll put a piece of tape on it just in case. It shouldn't move because honestly I'm using my magnetic sheet. But you never know. So that's the darker side. And then on the lighter side we're going to do the 4 flowers. And there's also this little like centerpiece that goes on the flower. And I'll use that as a lighter color as well. So then we have all of that. Well, I'll trim this off because we don't need all of that on there. And this is everything we need to die cut from this right now. There's 19 pieces. So that's really impressive. I love it when that number is super high because then I know I'm getting my money's worth. So if you buy this bundle from me, you will get a kit to make all of these. I will give you all the pieces exactly as you see here, and I will die cut this one, or I will cut it and obviously emboss it for you, but you'll get all the pieces and you can make these cards for ordering with you. Okay, so I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna use my magnetic mat because I don't have plates that are available right now. So we're gonna, because my plates have not yet arrived. I'm really disappointed. So my order was crazy delayed. And I find that if I order too early in the morning, it gets delayed. If I order around 7:30, no problem. But anytime later than that or earlier than that, I'm like, what the heck? It's like it got missed or something. But this time, I don't know why it got stuck at customs. Maybe sometimes like back in the day, all our orders used to get stuck at customs because of the name of the products. And so I think they thought it was food or something, but it really isn't. It was just stamps and ink pads. Okay, so there we go. We managed to fit it all. So I'm gonna put my nice plate on top and I'm gonna run this through the big boss right beside me here. So just give me a second. run this through, and I'm just gonna do a quick double on that top part there. Oh, that one's really close, slid and moved to the edge. We'll see if it actually works out, but it should be good. Okay, and then here's all our pieces. I feel like you're really close, aren't you? No one said anything. Maybe just a tad higher. Okay, so here's our sentiment. So now we can trash that. Oh, it didn't cut all the way. Oh la la. I used a different magnetic sheet, so it could be why. There you go. There we go. Oops. Just dropped it on the floor. Okay, and I'm going to put that back on my magnetic sheet. Let's see if this one turned out. See if it cut through. Oh, see, there's that certain spot there where it just doesn't want to cut. I'm just following the line. But it looks okay. We'll just make sure that side is not visible. I just want to make sure it cut through. Okay, so this piece comes off. Okay, it didn't cut through very well. Now try lining it up again. I think it's right there. I'm going to try and cut it again. So there's our other flower. So let's pull that off. And there's our leaf, which is stuck in there. So when you have these intricate leaves, I usually try and pull from the bottom. So that way I don't damage the leaves. And then we've got that one. That's pretty. Turned out good. Trying to fit these back onto my sheet here. And then you have all these itty bitty ones. Oops. So let's get these out. You could use either side. See? That's the cool part because it's two-tone. And then you have this inside of the flower. Again, either side. And then there. So I should have 4 flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And the centerpiece. Excellent. And I do. Okay, so we'll get that off there. And then this. This we already finished, so we've got it. Okay, let me just run this through one more time. I'm going to stick it in the middle and see if that helps. Because it didn't cut all the way through. I thought it would. Give it a double. I didn't have problems this morning, but I think I used a different magnetic mat. So I have multiple of them, which is funny. Okay, and then hopefully this time things are cutting through, and yep, yes they are. Although it's still kind of stuck there. Weird. Okay, I didn't have this much trouble earlier, so I don't know why I am now. Excuse me. Or maybe it's just stuck to the adhesive sheet. That's the problem. But that adhesive sheet should cut through. So that doesn't... Oh, there we go. That one came out pretty good. This one's coming out pretty good. I don't really care what it looks like on the back side because we're going to pin that one down. This one needs to come out. That one. All these little bits. Come on. What's up, meow? He's back. Take that out. Maybe I should just go this way. That'll help. Be a lot quicker. There we go. Oh, and you have one more here. I think I got it all now. Oh, there's one there. Any more? I think we're good. Okay, let's get rid of all these bits that we don't need anymore. Okay. And let's grab our card base and we're ready to assemble, except for this one here where I need to put my sentiment. So I'm sticking with the greens, and I'm going to grab Pretty Peacock, and I'm going to stamp that. So I'm going to stamp this with You Brighten My Day right in the middle as best as I can, and make sure I'm straight. I hope I was. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And then now we're going to layer this on here. So tons of different intricate pieces here. Missed one. And what I'm going to do is, because this isn't, so this is pretty thick here, I found. When I layered this on, this side was falling down. This side's a little higher. And especially because I have that embellishment there. So I'm going to keep the glue side here, but then on this side, I'm going to put a couple of mini Pop-Tarts, dimensionals, because it's to keep it flush and even on both sides. So it's super sticky, people. It's like crazy, friends. So I'm gonna grab, I don't know if I need one on this one, to be honest. I'm looking at, yeah, maybe that one up to here. So sticky. Oh, it's so sticky in a good way. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab a couple mini dimensionals. Probably just need minis for this project. And we're gonna stick them here where we can, just to make sure we got enough lift off. And okay. Oh, look at that one. Oh, that one fell into place, so I'll leave it. And there. And I think we should be okay, but I'll put one more there. And can I put one up here? Okay, maybe this is a little excessive, but you never know. A little too much, Nemi. Okay, stop while I'm ahead. Get all these off. And there, and there, and there. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so now let's peel the rest off, just like that. Super sticky, but love it. There we go. And then all those Pop-Tarts should go on this side. And let me just lay it down. Beauty. Perfect. Ta-da! Oh, I think it's too much. But we'll just, figure it out. So that's going to go there. And then this one's going to go on top. And then we're going to put our sentiment here. I'm going to go a little higher. So then that way, you can see that there's this fold. But I want to cover that ugliness there. So we'll see if we can do that. Yep. Like that. We'll go that way. And then our flowers. So, oh yeah, that'll work. Okay, so we got that down. So now let's add this big, I don't even know what this leaf is called, because I don't. And I'm glad I'm making you laugh, Shell. And then I'll put a couple along the edge there. The rest I can just add glue to. Wow. And then stick that there. Oh, the cat's on my dining table. I can tell. So he's been eating my spider plant because apparently, according to my husband, guess he Googled it, that it's like, catnip to them. It gives them that little oomph. And I'm like, great, just what we need. So I'm like, oh, kitty. So I moved it to the dining table, and now he's climbing on the dining table. I'm like, oh, this is not good. And I know if I just keep putting it higher, he'll just keep going up higher, right? Like cats are notorious for that. Oopsies, I put some on the wrong ones. Okay, so let me get this. Let me get this one with adhesive, because I want this to lift. And I want that to lift. This to go right about there. You know, maybe straight there. And I probably could put a dimensional on the back there. So let me grab that, because there's that dimensional right here. So it's causing the card to lift. I can feel it. Not a bad thing. So then we're flush. Looks good, looks good. I like it. And then we're going to just flare these out a bit. Although it'll go flat when I mail it. And now we're going to use some mini glue dots. Glue dots. Always interesting. I'm glad. And then we'll stick one. Oh, come on. Come on. Stick one here. And so it's slightly different than my original. And then I need a mini for this one. Just because I shifted everything. Look at that. We're almost done. There. And then now we just need a spot for all these cute little flowers. So I know I want to put one. So these can act kind of like your embellishments. Put one up here. And then maybe one there for sure. So let's put one there. Oh yeah, it's crazy. It like gives them this little trip of, he gets like a little high for just a little bit. And I feel so bad for him because his home space, like his safe space, is up the stairs, upstairs in the kids' area. And when he's crazy high and he goes running, he misses a step and like bangs right into the stairs. And I feel so bad for him. I'm like, Kitty, what are you doing? Okay, so do we need a fifth? I think we can use a fifth, maybe down here. Let's put it down here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, you know, might as well use them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this flower makes 5. So there's our odd number. And I'll stick it underneath so it's a little hidden there. Oh yeah, I like it. What do you think? Oh, good morning, Margaret. Thanks for joining. What do you think so far? I think that looks good. That is pretty much all of it. Now we just need those embellishments. So again, I'm going to use the white ones on here. We could use the green too. So maybe I will, because I got a lot more green left. And then whoever wins the prize this week, you can choose between the landscape version or the horizontal or the portrait version. Oh my. These are a little hard to grasp. So I'm using, I was using my take your pick tool earlier and they were it wouldn't pick it up. So I'm going to try using my scissors this time and squeeze. There. So this one's got the green ones. So again, these should be available at the end of this week, but you never know. So make sure you hit that notify button. If they delay it again, I will be pissed. Just angry. So we're done. So here's our 2 versions. So here is, yes, this pink paper is strawberry slush, 2-tone. So this one here is our portrait. And then this one here is our landscape. So two of the same, using as many of the product as we can. Oh, wait. One more thing. Where is it? Why are they all missing? Oh, I'm going to add some Stella to this guy. Ho, ho, ho. Because, you know, why not? And there you have it. Ta-da! I don't know, you can't really see that. Oh, you can on that one. And oh, yeah, you can when it's close up. So that's it. So thank you for joining me today. That's Monday. And we'll see you again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So happy stamping. Have a great day.